Hi team, thanks for being available this afternoon. Give me the chance to talk about a performance management system and the sort of feedback we are receiving at the moment from our staff. The key message I am going to put over this afternoon is that our overall KPIs are down and we need to turn them around. There's no beating around the bush. The negativity from our staff and the lack of engagement are the cause of these results, and the sooner we address them, the better. I'm going to give you some food for thought this afternoon on how we can go about improving engagement, and I warn you this is not going to be an easy journey. I recognise that all of us have been managers for a while, but sometimes it is worth going back to the basics. Before I start talking about the approach, we need to recognise that we have a performance management system in place. Here is a handout of how it looks and works. It covers our strategic goals, cascading down from the individual, and includes the classic performance management loop. This framework and templates are all there. What I'm going to do for the challenge is to challenge you to think more of the power of these forms, the way you use them, the messages you send to your team members when you use the current system. You seem like the unhappy customer that never returns to our store. The misuse of this system and the subtle messages we send when managing performance of a staff member are so critical. Get them wrong and you have disengaged staff, very hard to bring back. Like the unhappy customer, unhappy staff have long memories as well. So how are we going to change what we're going to do in the performance management? I recently read a report from Gallup that talked about employee engagement. Essentially, they put forward 3 easy steps for improving engagement. 1, select the right people. 2, develop everybody's strengths. And 3, enhance employee well-being. Easy, right? Select, develop, enhance. 3 simple words that as a manager we should have top of our mind every time we speak to a staff when we are thinking about our future resource or business plans. On the select, I encourage you to have a good hard think about each staff member next week. Do we have the right people in the right roles or departments? I'm not saying we need to go and dismiss everyone. That's not a natural fit for their current role. Far from it. We are fortunate to work in such a large company to be able to find a home and an opportunity for all employees. We have budgets for training, and we're tasked from above to put it in place and make sure that there are training plans for everyone. Here at the Wollongong store, we are a big enough store so we can move people around, especially if they're not getting what they want from their current role. We also have so many improvement projects underway. We have opportunities to give people on-the-job training and mentoring on tools that can challenge them to deliver the bottom and top line improvements. We do not have an endless supply of opportunities, however, but let's all take a moment next week to consider and speak to everyone in your team about their aspirations and any concerns they have with their current role. Let's make sure we are selecting the right people for the right role and selecting the right teams to work on these improvement opportunities. Develop. Such a powerful word and a key tool for keeping staff motivated and engaged. Everyone likes to learn new skills, and everyone needs an opportunity to improve. Gallup really pushed the point that everyone has their own strengths. They may not recognise it, but as managers we should be able to see their strengths and capitalise on it. As managers, when considering roles and thinking about staff, we should be working from each person's strength and looking at how these strengths can best contribute to the business. I'm going to give you a checkpoint for next week. Do I know the strengths of my staff? Do they know themselves? Each of you has a sheet of paper in front of you, and on that table are 4 columns: staff name, current role, strengths, and improvement areas. Next role career goal. If you are a good manager looking at an engaged team, then spend some time next week filling in the table for your team. Understand their strengths, but also understand their aspirations. This table will be a very powerful piece of paper. Take it away, take it seriously, and fill it in. Your next one-on-ones will be much more fulfilling meeting with this thinking process and completed template in hand. Let's make sure that each staff member's work plan is up to date and recognises their performance, strengths, development opportunities and aspirations within the next 2 weeks. Enhance. Perhaps the toughest of the 3 words to enact or to do something about. The old saying is that a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. The Gallup team go to great lengths to prove that looking after your well-being of our individuals has significant correlation to the engagement and business results. I'm not talking about our H&S here, that has all been covered within Australian Hardware. What I'm talking about is equity and general well-being. Is everyone taking their breaks? Are you giving everyone a chance to raise concerns with you? Are you available and approachable to listen to their concerns? Does everyone have a chance to speak to you every day? Are there health-focused programs we need to put in place to make the place happier? On this last one, we could really think out of the box at this Wollongong store. Most of our teams do a lot of lifting and standing around on a daily basis, while the office-based jobs do very little and spend a lot of time at their desks. I have heard that some places engage massage therapists, yoga teachers and physios to come into their business so to improve well-being. There is a strong body of evidence that has made a different and improved environment. I want us to really think about this. We have all had the best OH&S policies and procedures, all the formal meetings we can schedule, but what is going to make us healthier and improve well-being amongst the staff? I'm going to say communication with staff, the availability of managers so that concerns can be raised, and perhaps applying some radical approaches to promoting well-being. I've asked Sam and Hardware to put together a plan and cost of having a physio come in once or twice a week to help with stretching exercises. Sure, it may be a bit of a giggle, but seriously it will improve everyone's health and may even prevent a lot of soft tissue injuries and back trouble, which is typical in our sector. A small price to pay so to enhance our environment. When these sessions have firm dates, I want you to encourage your staff to attend, and I want you to attend as well. So in this Enhance area, I'm going to challenge you with one more item. We have a recognition program in place, but we have a bunch of feedback saying it's not working. I am not sure what this means at this point. So I've asked Lucy and HR to come down from head office and run a workshop on this program. It is important to recognise strong performance and achievement of outcomes. This will happen in the next week, and my challenge to you as a manager is to ask yourself, what am I doing to recognise contributions from my team? Okay, so let's wrap it up and think about those 3 words again. Select, develop and enhance. I do not think that the Australian hardware model for performance management is broken. Far from it. We have the resources, forms and a system to ensure that all staff manage our talent pool from hiring onwards. What I ask you to do next week is to look at that model and table. I've handed it out today and consider the power of the staff development. I also want you to sit with your staff to update their work plans over the next 2 weeks. The physio will be an interesting experiment to improve well-being, but I encourage you to look for other ways we can improve engagement. In fact, everyone in the managerial team can come back with next week's meeting with an idea, so get your thinking caps on. Finally, remember, develop, select and enhance, a simple, common sense and very powerful tool. Thank you.